Girl, you are not ugly, nor are you awkward, but you probably are making some of these posing mistakes that I'm going to help you with today. I got you. I'm your fairy posing godmother, and I'm going to give you all the tips to help you look better in your pictures. Before we get started, I want to tell you a little bit about me. I'm Michaela Pabone.
Okay, so I want you guys to realize the rock star that we have in the building. So here to help us is Michaela Pabone. She's a social media influencer, and she's a designer who did a How to Pose series. Here's the thing. I didn't realize you were coming in. I saw your name, and I didn't connect who you, because I follow you. And you had, one of your videos had more than 5 million views. I was one of those 5 million. And so today we have you.
I am 49 years old, and I have been making content for Instagram for a very long time. Lots of photos, lots of videos. And your girl was on the Today Show teaching Al Roker and Chanel Jones how to pose. This is my 8-year-old who's here with me at work today. Hi, bye, thank you, hi.
And she also just started YouTube.
Yes, thank you. I was on the Today Show with Al Roker and Chanel Jones teaching them how to pose. So I'm pretty sure I can teach you. Let's get to it. So today I'm going to walk you through 5 mistakes that I think every woman is making when it comes to posing. And these are so easy to fix. I'm going to give you the fixes. And then in my next video, I'll give you 5 more. So let's start with the first 5. And I think the first one that women are getting wrong is you don't realize that whatever is closest to the camera is what's going to look the largest. So if your face is in the camera, your face is going to be bigger. If you're poking your hips forward this way, then your hips are going to be forward. So what you want to do is try to angle your body a little bit, and that's going to make you feel a little more angular. It's going to give you more shape and make you look more confident in the front of the camera. So let's start with first just stepping back with one foot, and instead of keeping our leg straight, we're going to put all the weight on this back leg. Now see already from here to here how completely different that looks. And this is the first step in showing you how angles can change what your body looks like and what you look like and what you feel like in front of the camera. So when we start with one foot back and we put all of our weight here, so this one is completely free to do whatever we want. And from here, you can cross, you can keep it forward. Some people say keep it close, and I feel like that's kind of like modeling old school. Is what I was taught when I went to Barbizon. Raise your hands if you're Gen X and you went to Barbizon. But yes, L, no. No, go sit down, please. Thank you. So, sorry about that. So we got this free leg here, and this means that you can move it in any direction that you want. If you see me looking this way, it's because I have a mirror over here right behind me. So I like to kind of look at the mirror sometimes and make sure I'm looking the way that I want to look. So here we can use our hands, put our hands on our high waist. We can put our hands in our pockets. If my pocket was in the right direction, we can put our hands in our pockets. And this just keeps you looking more relaxed and less stiff and straight up and down. So here versus here. Now, which one looks better? Obviously, if you're more angled and you look more relaxed, you got all of your weight on this back hip, you're creating a shape here with your hip, and now you got this free leg to do different things, move it around and do what you want to do. And your photographer can catch different moments in this pose. That's mistake number 1. Now let's move on to 2. So this mistake is actually an extension of the first one, and that is keeping your knees locked and straight. And I know sometimes you feel tension, you may feel a little bit nervous when you are in the middle of a photo shoot or someone's taking pictures of you and you feel kind of nervous and you lock up and you don't know what to do. So you kind of stand straight with your knees locked, and that creates tension in your entire body. And you need to relax. You need to relax your legs, you need to relax your hips and relax your hands and kind of shake yourself out so that you're not so stiff and poised all the time. And this will create more confidence and less tension in your photos to make you look more cool and relaxed. So we're going to start again with one leg back. And now this is straight, but you're creating a curve here in your back leg since your front leg is bent. And instead of, again, standing straight up, you are bending, you're bending your front leg, and that is gonna automatically make you feel and look more relaxed in your photos. Even if you wanna do something like a walk or something like that, you still wanna make sure that you're not like straight with your knees straight. You wanna give yourself some movement, give yourself some ability to relax your knees a little bit. So kind of just like you would regularly walk and you bend your knees when you walk, you want to do the same thing. You want to give a slight bend so that it looks like you're actually walking in the photo. As I'm editing this, I'm realizing that I kind of look like that white lady that was trying to teach people how to do hip hop. Even if you're not, like I do fake walk all the time in my pictures and they always come out great because I use my knees and I use my whole body to fake as if I'm doing a walk because nobody walks like this. So you want to make sure you're using everything you have in that fake walk to make it look like you're doing something real. Now, we also want to think about the rest of our body parts and the rest of our joints in making sure they also are just as relaxed. So you don't want to stiffen, like you want to give yourself a little bit of movement and a little bit of relaxation in those elbows, in your wrists, and that will create a little bit more grace in your photos. Yes, you can use a bathroom. And that will, in turn, make the photos look so much better. All right, mistake number 3 that I see often is you just kind of hold your breath. You get nervous when you're taking photos and you don't know what to do, and it's kind of like a hold your breath kind of a moment. Cheese. And I know sometimes you want to just suck the gut in, but you know what it does when you hold your breath? The shoulders go up, you look uncomfortable, and that's exactly what we do not want in any photos. So you want to make sure that you are relaxing those shoulders, bring them down away from your ears. And if you want to suck your stomach in, you can still do that, but do that and make sure if you need to put your hands on your shoulders to pull them down a little bit, do that, because you don't want to, this and this, two totally different things. Or this, look at my knees completely straight, my arm is completely straight, no bending anywhere. Or completely relaxed, my shoulders are relaxed, my hip is relaxed, my knee is relaxed, and my arm is also relaxed. So stiff, relaxed. And it's such a small little thing that you can do to completely change, one, how you feel, because that's really the most important when you're taking photos, is you want to feel good, because when you feel good, you're going to look good on camera. When you feel awkward, when you feel uncomfortable, that's going to show. And another thing that I want to say that is really important, and I talk about this in my full posing course, is really about making sure that you wear something that you're comfortable in. You have not seen me tuck, fix, tug on my clothes at all, because I'm wearing something that I feel completely comfortable in. And that is so important, because that will also come across in your photos if you're not wearing something that you're comfortable in. If you feel like you need to tug on something, the pants aren't fitting right, and you need to pull them, or you need to pull them down, they're too tight and you gotta pull it, like, don't do it. If you try something on and you feel like you need to be pulling on it and tugging on it while you're trying it on, guess what's gonna happen in that photo shoot? You're gonna be doing the same thing. You're gonna feel uncomfortable, and those feelings of uncomfortability are gonna show in your photos. So When you're trying stuff on for your photo shoot, make sure that you are completely comfortable and you don't even have to think about like touching your clothes, because it's going to make things so much more awkward, and we don't need that extra awkwardness when you're feeling, nervous about a photo shoot already, right? All right, that's like my extra little tip that I just slipped in there. I'm still recording. Out. Elle, I need you to just stop, baby. Can you sit and like watch your... So much fun recording with your kids in the room, isn't it? All right, mistake number 4 that I see all the time is you trying to copy exact poses. And when you do that, you're literally racking your brain trying to remember poses, and it shows in your face. So we don't want to do that. We don't want to copy exact poses. We want to think about movement in a way that's going to look good on camera, especially if you're shooting with a professional, because they're going to be able to capture lots of different moments in your photo shoot, as opposed to, just capturing the one moment, cheese, and then you're done. Like, they're capturing multiple moments within your shoot. So there are so many different tiny little movements that you can do to change things up, to help you feel more comfortable, to make yourself feel more confident. And you hear me say that a lot because I think that's really important, is confidence, which I talk a lot about in my posing course. But trying to remember specific poses is definitely going to show on your face. So instead, what I want you to think about is just movement. How can I move that makes me feel comfortable? That, because when you're comfortable, that also means you're going to be confident, because you don't have to think about what you're doing, how you look, how you feel. Like, if you're comfortable, everything else plays in your favor. So let's start with just some simple movements that you can do, which I showed you one earlier with the, your little fake walk. But when you do that, you always want to make sure you're using opposite hand and leg, of course. We don't want to do the awkward step with the wrong same hand, same leg. Nobody walks like that. So we want to think about movements that you can do that feel natural to you, that also look good on camera. So even if it's just something as simple as putting your hands in your pocket and the movement that goes along with that, as opposed to just sticking your hands in your pocket and staying here, what movement would you do? If you're just standing up and you're having a conversation with somebody, you put your hands in your pocket. Generally, you do something like a little step back, you shift your weight, and you just stand. This is so natural. You see how I just did that without even really thinking about it? Just kind of, that is such a natural and comfortable thing for people to do. And I want you to think about your posing in that way. Now, again, I know I keep talking about this, but it's really important. In my posing course, I show you different ways to think in each module, different joints you can use, and different, my whole framework basically for posing. And it helps you to think about posing as movement instead of posing as just being like, cheese, cheese. Like, we don't want that. We want to look natural. We want to look comfortable and confident. And this is all helping you to do that. All right. Tip number 5, which I say for the last on purpose, because people always ask about what to do with my hands. What do I do with my hands? Because a lot of times people are so confused that they get awkward about it, and hands just kind of stand and stiff, and they look weird, and what do I do? So I know you've seen me put my hands in my pockets already, and what you probably didn't notice is that I did not stick my entire hand and ball it up, because you see what that does? You want to look confident, and this feels like I'm trying to hide something as opposed to I'm trying to show myself off. So instead of that, we're just going to stick our fingers in the pocket, and we're going to leave our thumbs out. Leaving your thumbs out makes everything look, you automatically relax your elbows. And then when you are resting back on this back leg, which I just did this pose, but it's such this simple thing to do. And you do the same thing with your hands in your back pockets, right? Again, just the fingers, thumbs out, and we're going to relax our shoulders, relax our elbows, instead of, because I could stand like this, right? And this doesn't look comfortable versus here. completely different. And I want you to think about using your hands in ways that feel natural to you. Something that I always do, and it's one of my favorite tricks, is to pretend like I'm fixing my clothes. So sometimes I'll grab my pants, and this only works if you're comfortable. So if you're actually fixing your clothes and you're kind of like pulling and fixing for real, then that uncomfortability is going to show on your face, as opposed to when you're comfortable and you're pretending to fix your clothes, then it's just kind of like just for the photo. So sometimes I'll just like tug on my pants a little bit, and you see how I automatically shifted. See, it's so natural for me that I don't even think about it. But when I started to fix my pants, I put this leg out. It's a little bit behind the front. I put all the weight on the back leg, and you can just shift. You can shift. Elbows out as long as those shoulders are in, shoulders are down, and elbows down. And you also want to think about your shoulders in the way of being able to shift them back and forward as well. So let's say if I decided I wanted to put my hand here, I'm going to put my thumb in the waistband of my pants, and the other one is just going to be here relaxed. And because this elbow is a little bit bent and this arm is up, I can kind of use this shoulder to put it forward towards the camera. Do the same thing, push it forward, and just keep moving. And that is going to make your photos look so much better. All right, girl, those are my 5 tips. I have 5 more mistakes that you're probably going to be making. I'm going to post that video tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And I hope this was helpful. I'm going to link below my posing guide. I did an entire series on Instagram with, I don't know, 10 videos that went viral on Instagram and TikTok and LinkedIn and all these different platforms. And that's actually how I was able to get on the Today Show. But I have all of those videos in one document that you can download and have on your phone. I'm going to link that below. And also I'll put a link to my full posing course that teaches my framework on posing to help you get better and feel more confident in front of the camera. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you can see tomorrow's video, and I will see you next time. Bye.